Good morning everyone. My today's topic for HPAIRx 2017 is Science is not just for the scientists. Today I feel privileged to stand in front of some of the most talented young people from diversified backgrounds across the globe. Human beings have always told one another stories, whether through the ancient cave paintings, plays of Shakespeare or blockbuster movies. Stories are able to activate the parts of the brain that are associated with our senses such as the sound, the taste, sight and movement. So today I will try my best to narrate everything in the form of a story and will connect with each one of you sitting here. I'm a business student and for most years of my life I thought that science was only valuable for the scientists. However, in August 2014, I entered the prestigious University of Delhi and met some of the brightest students of India. I felt that most of the knowledge that I had gained in school was no match against the knowledge that my classmates possessed. I wanted to make a name for myself but didn't know how to start. A couple of months passed by and I was still wondering about the best possible way to get successful in life. Two of my friends were preparing for some entrance exam. Both took tuitions from the same institute and studied equally hard. However, one got selected and the other one did not. Now this posed a question in my mind. The question was, what if I study hard and still turn out to be unsuccessful? I asked people around me, but none of their answers could satisfy me. My father had once told me, if you ever get stuck at something in life, always read books. They have a large unexplored amount of wealth. So I turned to psychology. In one of my readings, I came across an interesting fact that revealed 95% of all the things that we see, achieve or feel are governed by our own thoughts. The friend who cleared the exam believed and visualized every day that he had got through the exam and that he really deserved it. The one who failed, however, said that if my destiny has it in store for me, then I shall have it. He left everything on his destiny. My dear friends, belief is a powerful term and needs to be thought upon. Research shows that only 1% of the people in this world earn approximately 95% of the world's wealth. Think, it cannot be just hard work. Most of us work hard. That day I learned the first important lesson in life. I'd like to explain you the power of a thoughts by Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiment. In this experiment, he took two bowls of rice which were equally filled, and in one bowl he said all the negative thoughts for approximately a period of 30 days continuously, such as I hate you, I don't like you, and all the negative feelings he shouted inside the jar. Inside the other jar, he said all the positive things and talked about all the ways in which the jar was helpful to him, or all the positive things about whatever he felt in his life was good into the second jar. After 30 days, it was revealed through the experiment study that the jar in which all the negative things were said had the rice stale, and in the other jar the rice was perfectly fine. He concluded that the thoughts influence our subconscious mind directly, and progressive thoughts often lead to better positive results in life and vice versa. I prepared a vision board after having done this experiment by my own, and every night before I went to sleep I visualized all that I really wanted in the next 1 year. After the end of the year, I had worked as the summer research analyst at Harley Davidson Motor Company, interned with Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, one of the most prestigious companies of India, headed volunteer management and operations at Teach for India's national project, and won approximately 8 national level case study competitions where I was the youngest competitor. Witnessing this spectacular effect, I read some more books on psychology and was fascinated by another term which talked about measured progress. It said, if you can measure anything, it tends to become a different story altogether. Research shows that 89% of all the things that we do go unmeasured and therefore indirectly affect our ability to achieve what we want in life. How many of us do actually have a count of the number of hours that we spend enjoying, studying or sleeping during a week? I'm sure less than 10% would have an answer. So I decided to practice this. A week in the month of February 2015 revealed the number of hours that I approximately spent on sleeping, doing household daily chores, entertainment and studying. It said that 12.5 percentage of the total weeks in an hour in a week in 2015 was spent in studying, while 13% were spent in enjoying. The rest of the hours were either spent on sleeping or just for performing the daily household chores. This told me one important and interesting fact, that I was neither studying very hard nor I was enjoying my life. A week in February 2016, just a year later, showed that I was sleeping comparatively low, taking less hours to do my daily household chores, and my percentage of increase in study increased to 25% and enjoying to 27%. So I was studying more and I was enjoying more. What I want to talk here is about the deviation may look less, but I'll tell you how did saving some time every day help me. A year later, I had co-authored a research titled as An Impact of the Internet in Bridging the Gap Between the Developed and the Developing Nations. It got published in the International Journal of Information Technology, a refereed journal having an impact factor of 5.1 on a scale of 10. The brain is a powerful tool and cannot accommodate changes rapidly. Always start small and then improve upon it. I belong to a middle class family and was told for most part of my life that politics is a dirty game. But then another phenomena of psychology pushed me to take the extra step. I shifted from what's called prevention focus to what's called promotion focus. Professor Hedy Grant says that if you are in the case of what's called the prevention focus, that means that you're easily satisfied. You are risk averse. You don't want to take any such extra risks in life. On the other hand, if you are promotion focused, then there's a direct relationship between risk and return. The better you're able to risk, the better is your ability to get the return. If you want to hang on to what you've already got and keep things running smoothly, you aren't open to taking chances. If fear is holding you back, odds are you've been thinking only in terms of prevention. If instead you see your goals in terms of what you might gain, you have what's called a promotion focus. I applied to a competitive program that allows students and professionals to work for the members of the Indian Parliament and got selected. I worked a month with Mr. Rajiv Gowda, member of the Indian Parliament, Upper House, analysing bills on industrial relations and wage code for labour. During my course of time, I realised how powerful the democracy is and why politics is one of the best suitable ways to impact the lives of thousands of people. I would like to conclude by reciting a small paragraph that has always inspired me. It is taken from Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Alice says, "Would you tell me which way I ought to go from here?" Cat, "That depends a great deal on where you want to go." Alice, "I don't care much." Cat, "Then it doesn't matter which way you go." Alice, "So long as I get somewhere." Cat, "Oh, you're sure to do that if you only walk long enough." So my dear delegates, read as much as you can, practice as much as you can, take risks in life, measure your progress and believe in yourself. Success is not a destination but a practice. Thank you.